I feel like the average person can do something good for the environment just by growing some plants in their house.
Yeah.
Like if you live in an apartment, you can grow some excuse me, there's a smaller type of cucumber plant.
Mhm.
You can grow that in there, tomato plants.
Yeah. I really just normalize like home gardening. Because
Exactly.
even if you don't feel like you're doing anything, you know what I mean? At least you're growing fresh food for yourself at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And going back to that, like just bettering the world. Have you heard of like type 1, type 2, and type 3 civilization?
Yeah, I heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, like type 1 is just like fully utilizing the planet's natural energy, you know,
Yeah.
and living aside, like along with it, you know what I mean? And that's just like where we need to go. So I feel like just what we need to achieve. If we can fully sustain ourselves without worry, just with our planet's resources, then we can start worrying about like other problems like space and shit. But
Mm.
that's, I feel like at this point in my life, that's just like years beyond my life, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
To me, it probably could be attained. Like I plan to live to at least 100. You know what I mean? That's my goal. I want to live to 100. So I feel like in 100 years, some shit can happen,
yeah.
especially just like with how fast information is progressing.
Yeah. We got to think in 100 years, you'll be 119.
Yeah, right now. But I want to live to 100. So I'm like, what,
81 years?
81 years away from that?
Holy fucking shit. That's a long
That's a
time.
long ass
Oh my
time.
God, dude.
That's almost 8 decades.
Imagine that shit. I wonder what the future holds for us. I hope like by people just doing the next right thing,
Mhm.
like the average Joe just picking up trash on the side of the road instead of leaving it, instead of littering, they keep the trash in their car and they throw it away or pick it up, whatever's on the side of the road, planting, gardening at their house. I hope
Yeah.
that within, 81 years from now, the planet is safe and nice. Like, you ever see Italy?
I haven't seen it. Oh, I know. I've seen pictures of Italy, obviously.
They be using a lot of public transportation. They just be whipping around on these little, like, Vespa things.
A lot of older cities do too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, especially like major cities, like popularly dense cities.
Mm.
Like, so I've seen a whole bunch of stuff like from like Tokyo, but like their subway station, just because there's just so many people there, it's just more efficient to use that stuff. You know what I mean? And I feel like with Italy and stuff, that's just also the conclusion they came by. Because
Yeah.
what's the point of like just having your own car when everybody can just use a bus and get to where the same place? You know?
Yeah. That's good for the environment because you got to think one vehicle doing all the work rather than a bunch of vehicles.
Exactly. It's better for the environment. No traffic.
Especially with electric, you know what I'm saying? The only problem with the electric stuff is the batteries.
Yeah.
The what's used inside of them.
Yeah, because they just produce a lot of waste too,
Yeah.
especially if they're disposed of it like improperly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially the I forget what they're called. Lithium batteries, I think.
Yeah.
Terrible. Not good. But am I bleeding?
Now you got a little red thing in there, but that's it.
All right, yeah, it's pimple on my fucking neck. Terrible. But like that's why I think water powered cars are where it's at. I know this is like coming out of nowhere, but Elon Musk has got a design, right?
Yeah.
It's not like a hydrogen powered car. It's not a car that separates the hydrogen and the oxygen and it burns the hydrogen as fuel. No.
Mhm.
This car goes in there, breaks it down to the atom, and takes it out the electrons.
That's crazy to hear.
And the electrons power the car, and it's an electric car. And the water is like the battery. And it uses an initial battery, like an initial power to
Yeah.
start that.
Everything
Which would be electric. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But still, that's absolutely nuts. And that would be, I feel like, the most, because you got to think you're not putting in as much lithium to make as big of a battery because you're only using the battery to start the vehicle.
Yeah.
Just like you would for a, like a gas car.
Mhm.
And then what the gas is water, and water vapor is the exhaust, and that's the only thing that's being exhausted is the water vapor. So it's good for the environment. You know what I'm saying? It only uses water as fuel. The fuel goes back up in the air. Everything's nice. No problems.
Yeah.
Boom, bang, pow. Real simple. Water power car. Come on now.
I can't wrap my head around it. Just like a combustion engine compared to that, it's just entirely, it's a whole nother ballpark, man. Like, at least with the combustion engine, it makes sense. You know what I mean? You light something, you light your fuel, it's a little explosion, makes the thing turn. That's pretty much a very dumbed down process of it. You know what I mean? But with that, you're tearing atoms apart. You're getting electrons for electricity. That's insane. And with that method, I guess really anything can be used as fuel. You know what I mean? If you're just tearing atoms apart, but I feel like that'd be hard to mass produce and stay controlled, especially inside of a moving vehicle. Like, I don't know. I feel like something about that just has to explode.
Nah, I think it'd be good. Think about like a combustion engine. Combustion engine has little explosions going on inside of it, and they're gassing that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like that shit should explode. I mean, they do explode,
Yeah.
but like as long as we make it safe, I mean, we're pretty smart creatures,
Mm.
And I feel like that's just a part of our civilization growing and being able to use all the elements that we have around us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?